we are back and having a candid conversation with TV personality and entrepreneur Angela Simmons, who inspired this episode of our show as we talk about body positivity and image. You know, I think the first time I requested to see if we could get you on the show, it was after a devastating tragedy in your life. And I didn't want you on to talk about the tragedy. I wanted to talk about the resilience, how you grieve. And it was in 2018, you lost your fiancé at the time, Sutton Tennyson, unexpectedly. It made headlines, violence, and your baby was only 2.
Yeah, he was 2.
2 years old. When you look back at that time in your life and learning to grieve and all of it that came with it, the media attention, what was that like for you?
Man, first of all, that time, it was a lot. I remember even just like when I first heard the news, I couldn't really accept that or understand it. And then all of a sudden I was numb. I never understood what it was to physically feel numb. But that day I was like, I literally don't feel my body. And then the first thing I'm thinking is like, now what? What do I do? Like, I had to immediately go to therapy. And I mean like the next day, because it was just a lot. And it still is, like, it's an ongoing thing. But without therapy, I don't think I'd be standing here.
Wow.
You know, like, this is like his dad we're talking about, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I was numb. I went through a lot with it. My son always asks about him. So then there's that constant conversation that I have to deal with. I am very grateful for the life coaches and therapists I've had that really like helped me, my family, my friends, the people around me that they keep us lifted. Yeah. They really do. But it was definitely the first time in my life I felt numb, and I was like, now what? Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, no one has a child with someone and thinks, I'm gonna do this by myself, by choice. You know, yeah. Like, you wanna raise a kid together. Yeah. And he has his name.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. He is Sutton Jr., and I love that he was born on your birthday.
Yes. He tells me he did that on purpose. My son told me that. I said, no, you didn't. Like, he came the 22nd, and he was actually supposed to be born on his father's birthday, which is November 5th. And it was crazy. He came all the way on September 22nd, and my birthday is September 18th, so it was kind of crazy.
Oh, my God. You said that, that he's ready for you to date?
Yes. He's like, Mommy, you know, he asked. He'll be like, so...
He's 6 years old.
6. He's like, are we going to ever get married? Oh. Like, is someone gonna marry us? You know, or he'll ask stuff like that. He's like, Mom, like, and this was a touching conversation because he told me, I know my dad is in heaven and I'm gonna always have 2 dads because I know my dad will be my dad, but Mommy, when can we have someone? You know, like, when will somebody be there for us? It was a conversation he had me this year, and I was just like, geez, he's only 5 and this is how his brain is processing it. But yeah.
How do you answer him?
You know, I tell him when it's time. When God gives us the person, we're here, we're ready. But, you know, I just say, we're going to just pray, and we got each other right now. And I tell him, we got this, you know, because he'll be like, well, how come my dad's not here to help me or bring me things? I'm like, we're good. Like, we got this. I tell him that, you know, we're a team. Yeah. Like, and he understands it, and he processes it, but he does ask.
Well, I'll tell you something you don't know, and it's funny enough. One day I was in New York City. I didn't share the story with you. Thinking about it, excuse me. I was walking in Tribeca, and I saw the 2 of you walking together.
Really?
You and Sutton Jr., you're holding hands. And it was just such a sweet moment. And they talk about, there's a quote from Denzel Washington about a boy's love for his mother. Mm-hmm. And I saw it that day when the 2 of you were together. You hustle and work hard as a single mom. People, just because your dad is Reverend Run and all the success of being hip hop royalty, you are an entrepreneur. You don't stop.
No, I won't. And he understands that. Yeah. And he's like interested. He's like, when can I work? And what can I do? I'm
yes,
like,
when can he work?
He's ready.
Did you like, we come from a working family. You're gonna work all day.
He's ready. He's talking about he wants a Lamborghini. I said, huh? Why? What do you mean?
You're like, are you kidding me? No, I said you work all the time and you're always working on projects, fashion. You launched a vegan, this is the most interesting thing, a vegan funnel cake.
Oh, yes, I'm announcing it. This is the first time actually I'm talking about it.
Is it really? I didn't know that.
Yes.
Oh my God.
So I actually am partnering. I've partnered with Pinky Cole from Slutty Vegan.
Yes. I love Pinky Cole.
Yes, she is the best. And this is the first time I'm talking about it. It's called Angela's Cakes.
Oh, I like it. So, okay, it's a vegan funnel cake.
Yes, all vegan, because I'm vegan. So,
Yeah.
I love Slutty Vegan, and I would always go there for the burgers.
Yeah.
Me and her had a chat, and we came up with this concept, and I am in love.
Oh my God, because I love it. I love the name Angela's Cakes, no pun intended there.
Yeah, exactly.
But like, was this a secret recipe here? Like, what?
So yeah, my chef and I came together, and we came up with a really cool recipe. I sat there. I've been trial and error in it for a while now, and I love it.
Oh
and
my
I'm
God.
so excited for you guys to try it.
Congratulations.
Yes, thank you.
Oh boy. Well, Angela, thank you so much. I mean, layer on top of layer, you're everything that I dreamt you would be. You are an inspiration. Thank you so much. And I can't wait to try some Angela's Cakes.
Thank you.